I want to attack my parents really quick.
Oh no, physically or
Both.
Metaphorically? Okay.
Both.
Wow. Big
I
statement.
mean, my parents are like amazing people, and I love them so much, and they're great, and
I've
they
never
listen
met
to this
them, have
podcast.
I
don't think you have.
Hi, Eric's parents.
But I do have some gripes. Is that
Okay.
the right word? Gripes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They're doing this thing recently where I think because I've been moved out for a extended period of time at this point, that they're now going through my old things and being like, you need to take this or we're throwing it away.
Yeah.
Does that happen to you?
Not a good thing and a bad thing. My room is so messy that my parents like don't want to deal with it. So I have that in my favor.
That's a good strategy.
Yeah. But then it's also like, then they might just throw it all out. But you know, it's fine.
I guess. I feel like I should have done that because my room was clean enough that my mom like took it over and turned it into like a crafting room. Yeah. So that stinks. But here's the thing that I want to say.
Yes.
To all the Gen X and Boomer parents out there, it is your generational responsibility to be the family storage unit.
Yes.
Because they have the privilege of being homeowners.
And being able to afford property. Yeah.
Being able to afford property.
Yeah.
They have homes, and that is great, and I love that for them.
My parents bought their home younger than my age.
Yeah. I think my parents were on their third, not owning 3 houses simultaneously, but like moving,
but upgrading
to their third house by like my age.
That's
currently.
crazy. Yeah.
And I'm here struggling
to pay rent.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I think it's time for the Gen X and Boomers to accept their fate and to just be the storage unit until we can rise up, because I have to fit my entire life into a closet.
Yeah.
I can't take like all my childhood letters.
Yeah.
Or my diaries and artworks.
Or like the random like costume elements that it's like, yes, I don't use it currently, but if something comes up that I might use it for, like I don't want to buy that again. Like I can't afford to buy that random stuff again.
And aren't we trying to like reduce, reuse, recycle? We're trying to keep these things used.
Yes.
I don't want to be throwing out all my old stuff and then be like, wait, I needed that.
And like if I can find a good home for it, like sure, okay, maybe. But if it's just going to Goodwill to be thrown away, because like so much of that stuff gets thrown away.
Yeah.
It's like you're not using the closet anyways.
It's just not fair. It's just not fair. Or the other option is like sell all your second, third, fourth homes and let us have a chance.
Yeah.
And then, because if I have a house, oh my God, of course I would take all my stuff back. Because I'll have a garage and I'll have multiple closets.
I've taken as much as I can fit into my apartment to, you know, LA and stuff, but it doesn't fit.
Because just, I'm thinking about it too. I'm like, when I become like super famous or like the CEO of a big company,
they'll be the ones that threw away your iconic clown, you know,
or like that diary
that made your career,
where I wrote like an idea that later became something. Like those need to be preserved.
Yeah, really. It's their future claim to fame.
Yes.
That they're trying to throw away.
That could be worth millions for them.
Exactly.
Well, welcome back to the Hoot and Holler podcast. Today we have a very, very special guest and a first-time guest. Which is pretty rare these days. I have kind of like a recurring cast now.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited to have some fresh blood in the podcast.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm excited to be here.
Well, this is Kelsey. Please welcome Kelsey.
Hello.
You are a woman of many talents.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, when I met you, you were a chemist.
I was a chemist.
And then you started becoming a computer programmer. And
not programmer, but yeah.
I mean, you were coding for sure.
Oh, that's true. I did do some coding. You were definitely coding.
Yeah. And then you became a consultant in like entertainment technology.
Yeah.
Then you were baking. And now you're a teacher.
And now I'm a teacher.
Like, what a journey.
You hit those all perfectly.
Oh, thank you. I know your timeline. I've memorized it. They're like, what is Kelsey? Because you do so much, it's hard to keep track.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What has been your favorite role?
My favorite role?
Yeah.
I mean, and like, it's crazy because I think back to when I was in college not knowing what I was doing. And it was like, oh, if you could do anything, like regardless of like money or, you know, whatever. I was like, well, I would love to be a teacher and a baker. And then like for a minute, I was doing both of those at the same time, which was really cool. So, I mean, the bakery thing, like it's hard starting something up on my own. Like, you know, like,
oh yeah, I saw it happen.
Done so much stuff on your own. So like haven't quite gotten to the point where that is, as easy to do. So teacher right now, but potentially baker in the future as a favorite.
Yeah. And you're so good at baking.
Thank you.
I was shook because I came over for game night last week, I think.
Yeah.
And you had like chili made for us. It was delicious. And then you're like, oh, you were like, you just came out of the shower and you're like, I really wanted to make these biscuits. Let me just throw them together. And like within 5 minutes, you had like the most delicious like cheddar biscuits with, I don't even know what it was. Like
Lobster copycat recipe.
It was so good. And that
good.
Green, like, what was that? Like
parsley?
Sauce type of thing? Like a parsley butter?
Butter, garlic,
oh my
and
God.
parsley.
And you just whipped, you were like in a towel and you like whipped up.
I wasn't in a towel. I had clothes on.
You had clothes on, but you were still a little damp. And you were just like, you were like creating your own buttermilk. I was blown away.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed.
The talent is real.
Come by anytime.
Oh my God. Yeah. And then you bring us cookies, brownies. Yeah. We were like your little taste testers.
You are my test subject. Yes.
And I love it.
Yeah.
Anytime you have a new recipe.
Definitely.
And this kind of ties into our topic for today.
That's true.
Our main topic for the episode is UCLA Dining Halls.
Dining halls.
We met at UCLA.
This is
as
true.
Undergrad students.
Yeah.
And we lived in the same building. I think you were one floor above me. The thing about UCLA is the food is delicious.
So good.
Like, I didn't realize how good we had it until I visited like my siblings in college.
Oh, yeah.
And my sister went to LMU and she's like, oh, let me swipe you into the dining hall. And it was like pre-made salad.
Oh, no.
And like the like pizza, not good pizza, like the pizza you would expect from like
elementary
campus,
school.
like elementary school pizza.
Yikes.
Which like, it's fine, I guess, but wow, we outshined them.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I remember before I went to UCLA, like since our semester starts so late, I had a bunch of friends at Berkeley and I went and visited and like we didn't even go to the dining hall. They were just like, it's so gross. Don't go there.
Oh my God. They don't even
you go
eat
to the city.
At their own
they don't
hall.
eat at the dining hall. No.
Wow.
Yeah. And they like their meal plan, they have to do it so that they can like spend it at regular like restaurants in the city. Cause otherwise
no one's signing up for that.
Yeah.
There's a couple dining halls I want to highlight.
Yes. Okay.
The first one is called B Plate.
My favorite.
B Plate is short for Bruin Plate because we're the Bruins, the UCLA Bruins.
Go Bruins.
The whole theme of that restaurant was like chic, organic, healthy LA
farm
food.
To table.
Farm to
very
table,
LA.
exactly.
Yeah.
Do you have
so
a
good.
favorite station?
I really liked the bowl station.
Oh my God.
It just had the best variety. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's always a banger.
They would post the menus. Would they post the whole week in advance or just the day of? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
It was somewhat in advance because I remember they had this barbecue chicken bowl and people would plan ahead to go to B Plate for barbecue chicken night. And the line for the barbecue chicken bowl would be like around the whole dining hall.
Oh, yeah.
It was delicious. It had avocado, barbecue chicken, I think mashed sweet potato.
Was that the one with like the cornbread and stuff?
Yes.
That was one of my favorites.
Oh my God.
It was so
It was
good.
incredible.
It was like the Southwestern Bowl.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you could just keep, the way that dining hall worked is you swipe in, you use like your one meal point.
Yes.
And you can have as much food as you want.
Oh, it's a buffet.
You could have 10
all you can eat buffet
barbecue chicken bowls.
Freshman 15 is real.
Oh,
you gain weight eating at the dining halls. You are eating good
but
every
we also
day.
Walked so much.
That's true.
That like, because the way that the dining halls and like the whole residential living, it was built on a hill.
It's up a hill.
And you had to walk like probably 10 flights just to get to your dorm building.
I had the most defined calf muscles of my life.
Yes, I was going to say I was the most fit I've ever been.
Walking is great exercise.
It's really good exercise because then I signed up for a 5K just on a whim. Mm-hmm. And I did a 5K in like 26 minutes.
Wow.
And I've never been able to replicate that time. But just from walking around.
The closest I've been to walking UCLA fit is on like a vacation where you just walk everywhere all day. And I'm like, wow, if I could just vacation all the time, I would be so fit.
Yeah.
And I'm not even working out.
It's kind of crazy that the way our society is built around cars just makes us kind of disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgustingly lazy.
Petition vacation for life.
With the way AI is going, I think it's on the horizon.
True.
So also at B Plate, there was this ominous room
with
and it was called
creepy plant face guy in it.
Oh, I don't remember that.
The dining room in the back?
No, I was thinking about the gluten-free room.
Oh, that was a sad room.
Yeah, it was tucked away in the corner of the dining hall. You had to have an access code to go in there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and you had to punch it into the door.
Who would want to steal the gluten-free stuff?
I don't know.
It wasn't as good.
Not me though.
Yeah.
And then inside they would have exclusive gluten-free options.
Yeah.
And I think it was like you had to isolate. Like the gluten-free people had to go in there and like eat their meal in there so they wouldn't be contaminated, right?
They didn't have to eat it in there.
They didn't have to eat in there?
No, celiac isn't that intense.
Oh.
It's just like they could get their like gluten-free bread and stuff. I guess it's probably because it was more expensive. So they didn't want people to accidentally grab it in the regular line and stuff.
Oh, that's why.
But
it was
I think
separated.
they just went and got it. Yeah.
I thought it was separated because they had to isolate because they couldn't be like within spitting distance of wheat.
Did you have like a table for the peanut allergy kids in elementary school?
I don't think so.
Oh, we did.
They just sit away.
Yeah, and I'm like addicted to peanut butter, so
yeah, you are.
I always felt bad for them. Yeah, that's actually one of my talking points for B-Plate.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the peanut butter.
Oh my gosh, the nut butters, not just peanut butter. They had cashew butter.
They had almond butter.
Almond butter. They had like cacao nib butter.
That was good.
Yeah. I wanted like they had pistachio butter. Like it was fancy.
It was fancy. And the peanut butter, you could tell all the butters were like freshly ground. They didn't have like extra salt. Yeah. It was so fresh.
And the compotes, the just like fresh fruit compotes.
Because you could make the most expensive peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
And as a peanut butter and jelly kid, that was my heaven.
Oh my God, yeah. What was your favorite compote?
I mean, they were all so good. But there was like a pear cinnamon one that was pretty good.
Yes.
Or like there was like a strawberry like black pepper that was delicious.
I remember I would do like Greek yogurt. This was before I was anti-Greek yogurt, but and then I would swirl in peanut butter and like a compote and then add some like mangoes and chocolate chips and stuff. Oh, it was delicious.
I became a Greek yogurt person after B-Plate. And regret that I missed that opportunity.
Yeah, it'll change you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you're on the Greek yogurt train, it's hard to get off unless it gives you digestive issues.
Don't eat it 2+ times a day. Eat it once.
Yeah. Once. I'm cutting it out altogether. My life has been so much better.
I'm sorry for your loss. But if it makes you happy.
I miss the taste, but I feel so much better.
Okay. Well, I'm happy for you then, but it's so good. So this is freshman year, end of the year, last quarter, wrapping up finals week. It was my birthday.
Oh my God. Happy birthday.
Then. But I had like all of my finals and like course papers due at the same time. So I was on like, cause I pulled all-nighters during college.
Yeah, you did. You were kind of known for that.
It was not great. But I had so many in a row that I did two all-nighters in a row.
Wait, you didn't sleep for 72 hours?
I mean, I like napped for 30 minutes.
Kelsey.
I know, it was bad.
That's bad.
It was really bad. But it was my birthday and my like break, my birthday treat in the middle of this super long study marathon was I took my study stuff to B-Plate and like had my nice B-Plate meal while studying.
What a treat.
What a treat.
What a treat.
And then I think I went to Powell and like fell down the stairs, and that's how Namu and Sunny found out it was my birthday.
That's actually really sad.
It was really sad.
Was I there?
I had my B-Plate.
Did you invite anyone to B-Plate with you, or you did a solo?
I think I was there solo. Yeah.
Oh. I relate to that though because
it's hilarious.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. No, it's funny. It is funny. It's funny.
So funny.
I'd be upset if I didn't sleep for 72 hours on my birthday, but
well, yeah.
We did what we had to do.
Where I was like sweating coffee out, So
you were conscious on your birthday, and that's what matters.
Mostly conscious. Yeah.
Wait, did you say it was midterms or finals?
Finals.
Okay, so was your birthday always on finals? Because mine was also.
Yeah.
That was such a tough position to be in.
Yeah, it sucked.
Because I'd be I want to go, I want to like celebrate.
And you couldn't because everyone's studying.
Yeah, and even if I like planned accordingly.
Yeah, other people haven't.
Other people haven't. Yeah. So what are you going to do? I think it's time to talk about Feast.
Feast. Yes.
Feast was the Asian fusion dining hall on campus. And it blew my mind.
Yeah.
Freshman year, I would say it had the most evolution while we were at school, because freshman year,
That's true.
every night was a themed night and it would cycle through different cultures.
Yes.
So one night would be like Indian food, Japanese food, Chinese
Thai.
food. And it was all delicious.
So good.
I feel like Feast had kind of a controversial air around it.
I know you were in that controversy.
I was heavily involved in the controversy because one of my favorite things about Feast was their flatbreads. And my very favorite one was the California king crab flatbread. It was basically a deconstructed California roll. And they had like the crab salad. They had the avocado slices. You don't remember this?
No, it sounds
it was
so good.
So good.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I think sophomore or junior year, they discontinued the flatbread station.
Yeah.
And then it just became like, I think every day it was like green scallion pancakes every single day.
Oh, I remember that counter.
Good, but
not that exciting.
Not that exciting.
No one went there after.
And I started a movement.
Yes.
I started the Bring Back the Feast flatbread movement. I created a Facebook page.
Oh my gosh.
I was like recruiting followers because I wanted to make a statement to UCLA that they are going down the wrong path, because they were. They ruined such a beautiful thing. And I think I had maybe like 300 members on there. I would go like floor to floor asking people like, just join the group. Like,
you were
I just
a grassroots campaigner.
Yeah. I was going for it. And then eventually they like reached out to me and they're like, okay, like we're going to bring back as a test. They did a week-long test of bringing back the flatbreads.
Enough for people to hear about it.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
They brought back the California king crab flatbread.
Yes.
For one night only.
Oh my gosh.
It was always on Fridays.
How many did you have?
Oh, I had 10.
Amazing.
They did a performance review and they said, sorry, we actually found that the green scallion pancake was more popular, so we are going to discontinue the flatbreads once again. And I was crushed.
Yeah.
I put in like weeks of work into that.
Yeah.
And I was so happy when they brought it back.
At least you got it for one night.
I got it for one night.
I
relived that glorious freshman year Friday night. Yeah. I would always go because I had to get that flatbread.
Oh, yeah. I mean, let's see. I mean, we can talk about the quick service.
We got to talk about quick service. We have to.
Like 1919, which is no longer there, is a very notable mention. We can't not talk about 1919.
That was a huge loss, and I'm still shocked that's the one they chose to replace.
Right? Like you would think something else would go first, like the sandwich place or Rendezvous, the Mexican Asian quick service was very good, very popular.
It was very popular.
Food at 1919 was so much better.
Oh, it was incredible. It was Italian.
Gourmet Italian.
Yeah. You would go in. So quick service is different where you order from a menu and you get like a meal.
You get it to go.
Versus other dining halls where you can swipe in and it's a buffet and just you keep eating.
Yeah.
But 1919, they were known for their pizzas, their flatbreads, and their desserts.
The Monte Bianco.
The Monte Bianco.
The brownie ice cream sundae.
Yeah.
With all the toppings.
Wait, was Monte Bianco the brownie or the cookie?
I think it was the brownie.
Okay. There was also a cookie.
There was, but the brownie was better.
Hot cookie. A giant cookie.
Steaming
with
cookie.
The ice cream and the chocolate and the whipped cream.
And it was nice ice cream. It was gelato.
Yeah.
It wasn't just your average ice cream.
No, and they had a full gelato bar.
Yeah. You could also
Fresh,
just get
hand-scooped
gelato.
Yeah. You could also get it affogato. It was incredible. Then they introduced Italian sodas. I wasn't sold on the Italian sodas.
Yeah, I don't know that I ever got one of those.
I would dabble here and there.
Ice cream than a soda.
Yeah, I agree. The pastries were also delicious. They had different croissants, cookies, and then the macarons.
The macarons. That was the best thing to get if you had extra swipes at the end of a quarter and you had to just use them all up at the end. Like, box of nice macarons. Can't go wrong.
That one felt a little bit like a ripoff to me, though, because with other ones, you could get like... I mean, yeah. But you could get a Monte Bianco, a ginormous, like 2-inch thick brownie covered in ice cream and all the toppings for one swipe. Or you could get 4 macarons.
For one swipe, yeah.
For one swipe.
True.
Like that. isn't right. That doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, and that also doesn't translate into like market prices or anything either, because like macarons are expensive, but so would a giant ice cream sundae. Yeah.
I think it also came with a drink, right? Dessert. You could do dessert and you would get a coffee beverage.
It would come with a coffee. Yeah.
So it made it a little better, but still a Monte Bianco plus coffee or 4 macarons plus coffee.
I have a story about Rendezvous.
Let's dive into Rendezvous.
Rendezvous was the quick service, the takeout for like Mexican and Asian. So kind of like a Chipotle style thing and like a Panda Express.
And a Panda Express. It's like in the same, they had like a West Wing and an East Wing.
Yes.
And you would choose which one you want to go to.
Have we mentioned that UCLA is top in the nation? UCLA, Michigan State consistently are 1 and 2 for
food.
college dining halls.
Number 1 public and number 1 in food.
That's where it's at. But coming to UCLA, moving away from home, going to college was the first time I'd like started eating food without my like family, without my parents. And my parents are great. They're not the most adventurous with food though. So there were so many things that I either hadn't ever heard of before or just hadn't tried. And UCLA opened my eyes to it. So,
me too.
And like B-plate, like talking about quinoa, like polenta, Satan, that's
the one that got me.
That's crazy. I was like, that is not a food.
What is this?
You're joking right now, but it's a food. Yeah. But at Rendezvous, I got the bento box. That was the first time I ever had sushi. Was a little California roll. Yes, dead serious.
You lived in California your whole life.
Yeah, my parents don't like the idea of raw fish. So they never.
That's crazy.
They have still never tried sushi.
Wow.
I made them take me to a sushi restaurant for my birthday once, and they got like, the grilled chicken dish.
Teriyaki. Yeah. They're very safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. That must have changed your life.
But that was a moment. And boba too. Because they also had boba.
That was my first boba experience.
I'd never had boba before that.
I'd never even heard of it.
I don't think I'd heard of it either.
People are going crazy for this drink. Yeah. What is happening?
It was like just starting to become popular in California. That ages us.
Yikes. We're old.
So those were some of my like momentous dining at UCLA journeys.
And I feel like you also had like, you climbed your way up the spice level as well.
I tried.
Because I remember you were very sensitive to spice at first.
I still am.
But you're a lot better now.
Like, I'll put a little bit of spice in things, but my tolerance is still not high.
I credit Feast for my spice tolerance now because they went pretty spicy with a lot of their foods.
That's true.
And before that, like, I couldn't even do like a mild salsa. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
I was like, ow. I'd be at like the barbecue eating the salsa and it hurts. But now,
I mean, sometimes it does.
Mild though, I feel like most people would.
Yeah.
It's a slow growing process, but I think we're both on that journey.
A painful process.
Very painful.
But we've come so far.
We really have.
Yeah.
I'm proud of us.
Yes.
I have a Ronde story, but I don't know if I can share it.
Oh no.
Do you know the 2 Scoop story?
Yes, I know 2 Scoop.
We're talking about Ronde Boba. Yes. It has to come up.
Definitely.
So at Rendezvous, you could order boba.
You could get a large cup or you could get 2 small cups.
Yeah, it was a 32 ounce, which is huge.
Ginormous.
Or 2 16 ounce, which you could save one for later or share with a friend.
Yeah, split with a friend.
And the thing is, a 16 ounce will come with 1 scoop of boba, but a 32 ounce will come with 2 scoops of boba. I mean, makes sense. It's double the size.
Yeah.
I learned that you do not need 2 scoops of boba in your beverage.
Yeah.
If you plan to drink it all in one sitting. That's a lot of boba going into your system. And it's probably not good for you in the long term. So I learned that lesson. And I went with 2 other friends. One was also well versed in the boba rules, but one was not very familiar with boba. And we went all together, and our friend, let's call her Megan. Megan goes up to order, and I tell her, make sure you get 1 scoop of boba in your 32 ounce. I told her.
Okay. Okay.
I said, get one
Details.
scoop because you will regret 2.
Yes.
But she was an eager beaver. And she, despite my warning, she went ahead and she ordered 2 scoops of boba in her 32-ounce boba.
That's
Which
a lot of
also
boba.
back then, like, drinking 32 ounces of boba, like, didn't even faze me.
I know, right?
But now I'm like, that's crazy. But anyway.
Because you would drink it within like an hour too,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
We would go, like, to our homework with our boba.
Yeah.
So we were, like, maybe 15 minutes into our homework session. And she was slurping down that boba. And Megan was getting a little gassy. And I warned her. Yeah. I told her what was going to happen. And I'll give her credit. She's very discreet about it. Like,
okay.
Yeah. Like,
there were some SBDs in there. Silent but deadly.
Yes. There were some SBDs. And like, you know how you can kind of like shift in your seat a little to like release the toot without making too much of a sound. So like I could see her, like I knew what was happening. I was very aware because I've been through it and I tried to tell her.
You made it to the other side, but she did not heed the warning.
She did not heed the warning. And eventually she had to leave. As
How
one
long
does
of a
when you get 2
hiatus
scoops.
was it?
And yeah, that moment kind of went down in history. And then there were many people in our group of friends named Megan, or like the person's real name. So to differentiate, for the next 4 years, we differentiated her as 2 Scoop Megan.
Oh no.
So it'd be like, which Megan? Oh, 2 Scoop Megan.
Yeah.
Is that mean though? I don't think it's mean.
No,
but it's
like
just,
you weren't making fun of her.
No,
it was just a notable moment in 2 Scoops history.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't even think it was embarrassing. I just thought it was funny because I went through it as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, I tried to
So
warn
you could also be 2 Scoop. You had 2 Scoops at one point in your life.
The thing is, though, I went through that privately. I suffered privately.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, doing it in front of a large group was probably...
It's risky.
Pretty hard, yeah.
Yeah. Wherever 2 Scoop is out there, we hope she's doing well.
Yeah, 2 Scoop Megan, we love you.
Yeah.
I really do. I saw on LinkedIn.
Oh, my gosh.
She just got promoted. She's like...
Oh, that's exciting.
She's like a or something. At
you can
like
still go far.
Electronics place.
Even with 2 Scoops.
Even with 2 Scoops. I think the 2 Scoops made her stronger.
I think so.
Yeah.
Stronger on the other side.
Yeah.
And then what about, we could talk about the theme nights.
What was your favorite theme night?
I really liked, I think they did like a Mardi Gras one.
Yeah, I think they called it Jazz Night.
Jazz Night. Yeah. But it was all like
fun.
Cajun food.
Yeah.
It was so good.
They had like the mint juleps, non-alcoholic.
Oh my gosh.
But those were
they had fancy
amazing.
Drinks too. Yeah, but like specialty food to match the theme. And they would bring in like a live band.
Yeah, they had a jazz band and they decorated like the whole place.
Oh yeah, and the decorations.
And they gave you beads.
You got beads.
That was so fun.
I remember that.
And
that was my favorite theme night.
They only let a certain amount of people into the dining hall at a time. So a theme night, you might be waiting like an hour to 2 hours.
Yeah. But it's worth.
I think it's worth it.
Oh yeah.
100%. I would go to every single one if I could.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't talk about dining halls without this defining characteristic.
Okay.
It was iconic.
Yes.
There's a rule. You're not allowed to take any food out.
Oh, yes.
But you can take one piece of fruit.
One piece of something. You could take an ice cream cone.
You could take
a cookie.
Cone. That's true.
You could take a piece of fruit.
Yeah.
And then I think this is worth noting because the dining halls are so good that they know people want to take food out.
Yeah.
So there's literally lockers outside of every dining hall where you have to leave all your stuff. You can't take any bag into the dining hall with you.
They know you're going to bring your Tupperware.
Yeah.
And your Ziploc bags and stock up.
Because I mean, honestly, true.
Yeah. I did it.
I did
a couple times.
I have a good story.
Oh, let's hear it.
You have to premeditate this in order to execute well.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
You need to go in with a game plan, a 10-step plan with accomplices.
Definitely. But I mean, I guess in college, like we were like, you wore sweatshirts often, right? So sweatshirts have a nice big pocket.
Yeah.
So like your standard was like, you would fit as much stuff into your pocket as you could. You would like wrap some cookies in a napkin, wrap some of the desserts in a napkin, like stick a banana and a few apples in your, pocket. And then that was your like snack for the day, for the week, right? But one time, I guess also backstory to add to this is they kind of budget for a certain number of dishes to be broken per person.
And it's included in like your tuition.
It's included in tuition. So like I like to think of myself as a good person, you know, but you know, if I'm paying for this and I haven't broken dishes and I really want a dish that I will use and, you know, give a good home to, like, you know, I can justify that a little bit.
Oh, yes, that I did do. I have stolen a couple dishes.
Yeah. So B Plate had really nice salad bowls.
Oh my God, yeah.
So I went in at one point, and I think this was like at the end of the year when I was about to move into the apartment. So I was like, you know, I want a B Plate salad bowl. I haven't broken enough dishes this year. So I'm going to take one B Plate salad bowl.
Yeah, why not?
So I go in a baggy sweatshirt. I fill said salad bowl with, you know, cookies and food and whatever. And then I put it under my sweatshirt and I'm just like holding it like a little pregnancy belly, you know? And I walk out of the dining hall just, you know, a few pounds heavier.
Oh, you didn't get stopped?
No.
Oh my God.
No. They can't stop me for looking fat.
Do you still have that salad bowl?
I do still have that salad
bowl. Those
bowl.
were good bowls.
It was a good bowl.
I kind of wanted to steal like a whole set.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the bravery for that.
Yeah. But I stole a B Plate salad bowl. And I also had a Feast cup. They're little like hot chocolate cups.
Oh, I loved those.
I loved them. But then one year when we had subletters over a summer, one of my subletters stole the Feast cup that I had rightfully taken.
Wow.
And I am still bitter about that.
And I'm sure that's like an artifact now.
It is, because it's
gone.
not around anymore. The B Plate salad bowls, they also changed them. So those salad bowls are not in production anymore. So I have a original, you know, first edition B Plate salad bowl.
That's a piece of history. And we are, in this case, historians.
We are.
And I think we should be celebrated. We're not
telling
thieves.
our story.
We're historians.
Exactly. We're
preservationists.
Telling the story to the next generation.
Yeah. I miss those days so much.
I miss those days.
It was also such a great way to like solidify friendships because you're all living together and you can be like, hey, let's go grab dinner. And it's easy to just walk on over to the dining hall, eat as much as you want. You don't have to worry about splitting the bill. Like,
roll back to your room, sleep off your food coma.
I miss it. I wish that we could like incorporate that living structure into adulthood.
It is really sad how isolated people are in the real world. Like, I think college is such a special place where like your friends are so accessible.
Yeah.
Everyone's close by. It really builds a community and like thriving friendships. Like, I think about that often. Like the accessibility of everyone to each other helps those friendships become so deep. And those are still like my best friends to this day because we had the opportunity to get to know each other so well. And
the whole place is designed to connect people.
Yeah.
Like, you live on a floor with many people and you have public lounges where people can convene. Like, you have those third spaces to go that weren't like your apartment or your workplace.
Exactly.
And places where you could go for free. I mean, we're paying to live there, but like places for free to meet and hang out and cause all kinds of chaos.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
You would think because it works so well that would be more present in, you know, adult life, or at least as an option to opt into.
Okay, it's time for our favorite part of the podcast, the Hoot and Holler.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited.
For those who don't know, the Hoot is something positive that you want to celebrate and share with the world. And the Holler is something horrible, terrible, disgusting, and you want to shame it publicly for everyone to see and to stay away from.
So my Hoot is themed parties.
Oh,
themes,
my favorite,
are just so fun. I have been to a few recently for like, you know, the holiday season and stuff.
Yeah.
And I went to one last night that was like so random. And it's like, how the heck am I supposed to like match this theme? But it's always so much fun seeing what people come up with.
It makes you think.
So niche and creative.
What was the theme?
The theme was be a reindeer, which...
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. I was stressing when I showed up because I was like, I don't have anything to be a reindeer. So I found some pipe cleaners and made like some little antlers.
Oh, that's so cute.
But when we got there, they had like antler headbands for everyone. But then we were just playing games the whole time. We were on teams, like competing in our reindeer games. It was so much fun.
That's my dream. Wait, what kind of games?
There was like the Hungry Hippos one where you have to like scoop stuff up into your bowl.
Okay, cute.
There was one where you had to... There was like the bachelorette party one. There was like an ornament on a string that you have to like swing up. And like usually it's like a hot dog and you have to like catch it in your mouth, but it was like an ornament that you had to get into your solo cup.
Oh, that's fun.
And yeah, and some other ones.
That's great inspiration because I've been like itching to host a party. I've just been really busy, but I think in the new year, something's gonna happen.
Great at hosting themed parties.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I think immediately I went to like the names of the reindeers. I don't know.
That's
is that
smart.
what people were thinking? Because I'm like, okay, I'm going to be dancer, and then you can dress
and
up
then you
like
can be a
wear
dancer.
a leotard, or something, or a tutu.
I think it was very specifically worded. It was dress up as your best reindeer. Let's see your Rudolph. So,
okay.
It was like,
so you were supposed to be the animal.
You were supposed to be a reindeer.
Was there face paint? Because I would have gone straight to face paint.
There was not face paint. Also, I was coming from another event right before,
okay.
So I was like, I can't commit 100% because then I can't go to this other event.
I mean,
as like a full. I could. That's true. You can do anything you want.
Yeah.
But it was really fun.
Yeah, themed party is one of like the few pleasures in life where like you feel like a kid again. Like you're just silly, goofy, dressing up. I don't know. I love that.
Yeah.
My Hoot is not as exciting, but it's still kind of fun. This week, my Hoot is using horse products.
Horse products?
Yeah. So it's something I've noticed.
Like,
it's gaining popularity in like American culture. I think the biggest ones is like horse shampoos.
Oh, like shampoo meant for horses.
Like it's horse shampoo, but then you're using it on yourself because it usually comes in like a giant tub. You'll be good for like 5 years. And it's actually very good. Like it's designed with like all these vitamins for a healthy mane. It does the same thing.
Is there a human tax that we've been paying this whole time that we didn't know about? I think that's what it
is. So
wow, I'm offended.
I think you might have used it. We stayed at our friend's house or at our friend's parents' house.
Okay.
And
that
what
was
they had
the
in their shower
was dispenser?
Yeah, it was horse shampoo.
Oh my gosh.
And my hair had never felt silkier.
Wow. Horses
it felt so good.
Are living the life.
Yeah, and horse conditioner.
Wow.
And then another one that I'm seeing, this is a new one, horse electrolytes. So instead of buying like, I don't know, emergency
Gatorade or
like Gatorade, you can buy a tub of horse electrolytes for like $8.
Wow.
It'll last you like 2 years.
That's insane.
And it actually like the like concentration of like the vitamins or whatever's in there is actually better than the human grade stuff.
Because if it's for like racehorses, they're doing stuff.
They're working hard. They're
they
doing
need
stuff.
to be replenished.
Yeah. And it's interesting, and I want to explore this market as well as markets for other animals. And I'm wondering if maybe
where the best deals lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you ever use like a horse shampoo or something like that?
I would try it for sure. I'm always looking for, alternate options. If it's affordable and it works,
why not?
Yeah.
Humans can be tricked, but like animals, like there's no reason to like market them something that's fake.
That's true.
So you know what you're going to get when it's a horse product.
That's true.
When it's a human product, who knows what you're putting on your body.
Humans are dumb.
Yeah, they're dumb.
So my holler is actually very relevant for today.
Okay.
But I'm going to holler unreliable or changing temperatures.
Oh,
like
100%.
When it's cold outside, but hot in the sun, and I'm going for a walk, like how do I prepare for that? Do I take off my jacket every time I walk through the sun? Or like in Los Angeles, it's just never that cold, but sometimes it gets pretty cold.
Yeah.
But then as soon as you walk up a hill, you're sweating.
Yeah.
So how do you prepare for that?
You can't.
You can't. Also, back to talking about UCLA and the hill, that was its own torture, right? Because it could be cold outside and then you hike up 10 flights of stairs.
And you're drenched.
And you're dying.
Yeah, it's not good.
No.
It's such a conundrum that I fight through every day, because they say
really
like, oh, just wear
is.
layers. But it's like, I don't want to be wearing like two
Yeah.
jackets and then have to carry them around.
Exactly. And then like you're always just taking something on or putting it off. Like when do you actually get to exist?
Never.
They should really fix that about the weather, because obviously the weather in sunny Los Angeles is not good enough.
It's not good enough, because I'll wake up at like 8 a.m. and it's 50 degrees outside.
I've been cold when I go to sleep, like so cold that I have to put on like fuzzy socks and extra blanket. And then I wake up in the middle of the night drenched in sweat.
Yeah, and you have to strip it all off.
Yeah.
It's frustrating. And
it disrupts my sleep.
Or then getting up in the morning, you're freezing, you go out to like run your errands, and then an hour later, you have to do a change. You have to go into like the Trader Joe's bathroom, take off the pants. I have to bring a change of clothes everywhere I go.
It's hard out here for the people in LA. Keep a spot for us in your hearts.
Another thing that really bothers me in this topic is like when businesses, or especially like offices, overcompensate for the weather.
Yes.
Because what happens is I get all bundled up to go to work, and then I enter
The heat's
and
blasting.
it's 80 degrees in there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I should be wearing shorts.
And it was like, I didn't know I needed to bring more deodorant to reapply.
And now there I am with like pants and like a jacket.
Yeah.
And I'm sweating.
Yeah.
If it's cold outside and people are dressing for the cold, like I don't think we need it to be 80 degrees. Like you're really overcompensating.
It's hard.
We need to get that together as a society. And I think that like
we need to revolt.
I think we can control the weather at this point, right? Like with our current technology.
I think
So I would love to see like our government taking some
Weatherman
action.
in the sky.
Please do
Fix
something
this?
about this.
Yes.
My holler this week is the 7 deadly sins.
Okay.
First of all, like I think they're bad just because they're sins, but also like I feel like they're trying so hard to be the 10 Commandments, and they're like just not.
There's just too many rule books to go off of. Like, what am I supposed to follow here?
It's like, first of all, there's only 7 versus 10. So like the commandments are better already. And second of all, like what did the sloths do?
Yeah.
That's
Those sloths
mean.
didn't do anything to anyone.
Yeah. Like the sins. Wait, are the 7 deadly sins are a religious thing or no? I don't even know. I think they are, right?
Are we the right people to be talking about
Maybe
this?
not. I didn't do any research before thinking about this.
It's
but
what? Sloth,
envy,
avarice, envy,
gluttony,
murder's not in there, is it?
That's the commandment. That's the commandment. Murder is not one of them. Isn't like wrath? I think is one.
I'm contributing so much here.
Jealousy one?
Probably.
Oh no, vanity.
Vanity. Greed.
We're missing one.
Okay, I lost track.
We covered the bases though.
But, yeah, and general idea.
I think a lot of those are qualities that are positive in small doses. Like,
true.
I think greed leads to an ambitious and driven individual.
Yeah.
I think vanity leads to cleanliness and proper grooming. And
I like that.
It's like, why are we shaming these things that are...
You need a little bit.
Like everything in moderation. And to say that this is a deadly sin, it's a little extreme.
That's true. Also, nobody's perfect.
Perfect.
We're all working on ourselves. Life's a journey.
Yeah. I feel envy all the time. I sloth around my apartment all the time. Does that mean I should die? Does that mean I'm deserving of death? Can you what?
Can I meet your sloth? I want a sloth.
Yeah. Oh my God, I would love a sloth.
Penelope's not a sloth.
No, she's close though.
Yeah, she's a possum.
What's your favorite deadly sin?
My favorite deadly sin? Well, I already forgot what they were again. But I mean, sloth. You can't go wrong with
such a good one. Yeah, it's so good. They're so cute.
They're cute. A baby sloth. Oh my gosh.
I also enjoy gluttony.
Yes.
Gluttony is one of those, you know, that thing where they're like, oh, if this word didn't have meaning, it'd be a beautiful baby name. I feel like gluttony is.
That is such a good name. Yeah. And it ends with the E sound, which you're supposed that's
also
a good name.
Envy. Actually, most of them, maybe not sloth, but like.
Yeah.
Or vanity. Vanity could also be a good, well, no. I don't like vanity actually. But gluttony, like that's a beautiful name.
Yeah. But yeah, there's something to be said about like once you like are full or not full, but you're satiated, right? And then you're in that short period of eating for happiness. That is such a beautiful period.
Yeah. What happened to eating for joy and for flavor?
Right?
Because sure, like technically I'm able to survive the night. Like I have enough food in my system and calories that I can survive. But like we're not just
happiness.
Yeah, we're not cavemen
Life's
anymore.
Short.
We're not grilling like caribou over the fire with no seasonings. Like food
I
is
hope
pleasure
not.
now.
Yeah. And there's a nice window between like satiated and now you're uncomfortable. That's like the sweet spot.
Oh my God, yeah.
And if that's gluttony, like, yeah, I do want to be there.
Usually that's the dessert period because like
yes,
you want to be satiated
stomach.
with meal.
Yes.
But then, that second stomach, you reserve a little bit of space and that's where the dessert comes in. And that is like the highlight of the meal usually for me.
As a dessert person, I would be offended if, that wasn't accepted and loved.
So whoever wrote about these 7 deadly sins,
they should really reconsider.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we should scrap them all together.
Okay.
Let's stick to the 10 commandments and the 7 deadly sins can fade into obscurity.
Yeah.
We need to evolve as a people.
As a people.
That's all we have for the episode today.
That's all we have.
But thank you so much, Kelsey, for joining us.
Thank you so much, Eric, for having me.
I hope you had fun. You were a natural. You were a little nervous, but oh my God, you're killing it.
I had a great time.
Yeah, this was fun. We'll have to do it again.
I'm here.
But for now, actually, we have to go. Yeah, I have to go.
We have to go. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.